Hey, it's Tuesday, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Thanks for tuning in tonight for Live Weather Impact. We're streaming live on WCNC Plus or whatever streaming service you're using, our app, website, YouTube. We'll take you all. We're watching some cooler weather today. If you spent any time outside today, it's been a big difference from yesterday. Last night, my son was like, turn the AC on. I'm like, nope, we're not doing that because it's going to drop to 40. And sure enough, this morning it was cool out there. Now, temperatures are cool, but the sunshine made for a great day. Our satellite and radar together shows that old cold front which came through yesterday, and it was a serious cold front. That had a lot of wind with it. Otherwise, not much rain or clouds, but cold temperatures and big winds. That's what we've seen, and obviously a cold front brings colder temperatures, and in many cases today, 30-degree drop in temperature from yesterday. But the winds have subsided a little bit today. It's still a high fire danger day overall, much worse in South Carolina because they're closer to the front, so the winds are still a little bit high. But for us, the winds aren't crazy. We have the really dry air, the really dry fuels, so we're going to see this fire risk stay with us. But if the winds pick up, that's where you get into concern. And just to show you the winds are much better than yesterday, these are the maximum wind gusts today so far. 22 miles an hour. That is a far cry from the 35 to 40 yesterday, and even in the mountains we had 40 to 50. So this has been a much calmer day, and even right now winds are only out the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So their fire danger is high, but it's not like rapid spread would be possible. It is just very, very dry, and that is what's driving a lot of this. Temperature still in the mid-50s. Again, our average high is 67 right now, so we're nowhere near that. And it was a big difference from yesterday. 85 was our high yesterday. Today, 56 was our high. So you do the math there. That's almost exactly 30 degrees, 29 technically, but some areas it was 30-degree difference. And tonight we're back to the cool weather, so you're going to need the light jacket, the sweatshirt in the morning. Temperatures when you wake up, upper 30s to around 40 degrees, certainly a cool day. But tomorrow, south wind, here comes the warm-up again. Temperatures should be back into the upper 60s, close to 70. So after a cool morning, we will warm up to near or above average by the afternoon hours. Now, if you're like me, going outside is a struggle right now. The allergies are off the chart, but it's really more the pine pollen that we're all noticing. Thank goodness we're not allergic to pine pollen, and it's just a mess. But with no rain and the windy, dry weather, it just seems like that stuff is everywhere. As soon as I blow it off my back porch, it's back within a couple minutes. You could wash your car every couple hours around here right now and not keep it off. But one of the benefits of everything blooming right now and growing, the hummingbirds, they've shown up early, about a week to 2 weeks ahead of schedule, and they're just following the same plants which are blooming and pollinating like crazy. So if you have a hummingbird feeder, probably a good time to make sure it's cleaned really well, put it out there. You're probably going to attract those hummingbirds because they are showing up. Our crowdsourcing site, Hummingbird Central, is showing many reports of them across the southern Piedmont up into the Raleigh area. So if you get reports, post it on my Facebook, my Instagram, or on X. We'd love to hear from it and kind of get everybody up to date on where they are, because that encourages more people to get out in the yard and look for them. Here's a look at our forecast map. Not great for rain chances. It really is pretty minuscule. There's a front to our north Friday late. That front is going to warm us up because ahead of it, south winds. That means temperatures jumping up into the upper 80s. But I don't expect a lot of rain to get in here. I'm sure Tim and I will talk a little bit about this, and I'll kind of show our long-range futurecast. I'm not super optimistic we're going to get much out of this, but hey, Friday night, Saturday morning, maybe there'll be some pollen spots on your car from some light rain, because probably will be one of those rains where it doesn't wash it all off, just makes for stains. But we'll see. That's the front coming through, and I don't have to tell you, we're in a drought. We've talked a lot about this, I think, almost so much. It feels like it's just been nonstop, but this is our 12-month rainfall per month. Okay, we've had 2 months in the last 12 months with above average rainfall. Not that you need every month to be above, but look at the amount of months under normal. That goes back to September, October, November, December. That's 4 months. Now we're 3 months into this year and we're below average. So that's a big deficit. We don't need to make that whole deficit up, but we need about 9 to 10 inches of rain in a 30-day period to get out of the drought, or more like 15 to 16 over a 3-month period, which is probably more doable. And you're probably saying, well, maybe the pattern will change, and I hope it does, but it's not going to happen in the next 7 days. That's our 7-day rainfall forecast. Remember the rule of thumb, we need about an inch of rain per week to maintain everything, and just not much rain in the forecast. But if you did do some early gardening, or your flowers came up early, a lot of them have, really the ones you can't control, you don't have to plant them, they're just popping up. I've had some that have done that and have gotten burned a little bit by some frost and freeze. Sunday's another morning where we're going to have some frost. Even as warm as this month has been, you could have a week of warm weather, but you get one cold night, it'll ruin your plants. So it's really not about the duration of the freeze, it's just getting to that point. In fact, it makes it worse when it's warm for days and days and you get one cold snap, because that's what really causes the most damage. Just ask the peach farmers, they'll tell you full bloom is the worst time to get a frost or freeze. So warm weather is going to stick around. If you're used to the warm weather, it will be coming back, but not this weekend. This weekend's going to be a flip of last weekend. Cool weekend, but dry, just like we had this for the last 2 weeks or so, really dry weather. But when we look at our Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast, the heat is going into the weekend. Thursday, Friday, I think we could be near 90 on Friday, cooler for the weekend, and then starting next week, it warms right back up, and we can take this all the way into the beginning of April where the 80s return. This is a really warm stretch. When you saw our 6 to 10 day outlook with above average, it's because of next week. Look at all that warmth. That is way above our averages of the 40s and 60s. And so we're headed into April. April is a month where we tend to turn the corner and get more consistently warm days, but you still get some crisp, cool nights, and it is the peak of the pollen season. I know as bad as it is right now, it gets a lot worse in April. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about wildfire danger and maybe some new graphics from the Hurricane Center coming up in 2 minutes with Tim Buckley. Stick around.